to induce that? Just looking at the matchup, and he thought, "Don't fancy it."
Oh no!
It was a big.
Oh no! It might be the end of Lady Killjoy. Oh,
because
he's just got an MVP, and if there is no third decent skill.
Yes, there is.
Oh no! Oh.
Sorry, Hellboy, we can't legislate for opponents going, "I've had enough." Come on. Well, look, simple.
We'll
just roll double six.
We'll level him up.
It's going to be a double six. Just roll that. Double six. Well,
should we put piling on? Because I mean, he spends most of his time on the ground anyway. So,
but piling on, piling on. Fuck it, piling on. Full person, so that's not very kind. Killjoy's with us. You can't be unkind to the bear. Ronnie Summer likes break tackle. There's quite a lot that like break tackle.
No,
strong arm.
Going to be a thing.
Strong arm Penny, not so much strong arm. Break tackle works.
I could
Juggernaut probably not, because the bear won't be blitzing very much, or shouldn't be. That's Muir's job. Break tackle is probably the sensible choice. Grab, yep, agree with Lorenzo. Grab does a thing. Piling on's the comedy choice, though, and let's face it, I think that's what Killjoy's career has been all about. Is like the fan adoration, and piling on works for that. He's an icon.
All right. Well, I've gone for piling on. I also decided to spend a load of that money because fuck it, why not? And a Kislev team with a level 3 stadium.
That's just showing.
It's showing off, isn't it? Level 3 stadium. Yeah, fuckers. The stream title has Sack the Bear. No, it says maybe Sack the Bear. Serene Cicero, good evening. You've witnessed. We've played 2 full games of Blood Bowl this evening. Over the course of 3 games. Have all three teams conceded? Or did no, the dwarfs. Yeah. No, we've played 4 games. No. Actually, sorry, the dwarfs played it out to the end. We're 4-0 this evening. Yes. Ketchup has said, "Has anyone messed with the Royal Box enhancement? Is it any good?" No, we haven't tried it out.
We've seen it because we were looking for it, like the graphical representation in the crowd. I remember we saw one, but no, never bought one. Either of us.
I'm not allowed to say that, Hellboy.
What?
Someone spin, please. I'm.
Well, no, you can't.
See, I even didn't say it. A bit like I don't talk about the YouTube, but yeah, I'm not allowed to say it.
Oh yeah, Pippad's right. It was Stalsberg's Chaos that had the Royal Box.
Mm-hmm. Since we did mention YouTube a while ago, can I mention it again? Am I allowed to mention it again?
Well, when does me ever say anything stop you doing it? So, fully boots.
Okay. My target, my stretch goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. As of now, we are currently at. I'll have a quick look. 347. So I've got a way to go. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will do something crazy, like a meme stream or something. So if we do get there, it won't cost you anything. Please go and subscribe. Helgen has kindly linked it. So I'll do something. I'll do something crazy.
Do it once a show. It gets a bit dull.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but,
too much.
But we did.
Look what happened last time. How Anshi sent gangs of ninjas to take you out after you were blatting on about YouTube too much last time. We don't want that again. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? I'm significantly less full of cold, mate. It lingers, but yeah, I'm all right. How are you, buddy? Pidpad keeps badgering you to play ogres. Pid, we can't. Jimmy's got the ogre franchise sewn up this season. It would seem plagiarising to start playing ogres.
Oh, there's no games out there this evening. This is terrible. Nori wants a week of non-stop Bretonnia played in actual medieval armour. Killjoy sent me some message on Steam. Peekaboo watched the Bear Maul.
Sup, Nugs? Welcome to the show. Don't think we've spoken before. Hope you are well. Joe, you've been poorly, mate. What's up with you? I didn't know you were fully sick, buddy. Or were we talking about it and I've just completely forgotten, which is also possible. I've been unwell. So you'd had the beard trimmed, which must have taken a toll.
What?
Yeah, Joe's beard's been trimmed. It's like we started seeing this Delilah chick and she was all over it.
Well, I suppose Tom Cruise, when he was Maverick, didn't have a beard, did he? So he's probably just going after that look. You've caught a cold from having a shave. Jesus Christ.
No. Hangover. Because if you have a hangover, your immune system dips a little. So if you're tired or have a hangover, or typically both, you're more susceptible to picking up something like a cold. Satterfield says, I actually had thought regarding YouTube, when you're in chat with opponents, why not link YouTube over Twitch and they'll find you that way?
I like to just sort of fake link both sometimes, but that's not a bad idea, Satterfield.
Johnny 5 points out because you're in the risk of getting getting abused. Yeah, there's that. Johnny, it's the internet though, right? I mean, you know.
I think people take the piss out of me for quite a few things, including my choice of pizzas. Which, honestly, until you've tried it, and please, I really wish you'd enjoyed it when you tried it, but if you try it, it's really good. It really is good. Really good.
Norrie's not a fan of beards. Beards are only for hipsters and sages. Oh, Norrie, and Vikings, don't forget. Serene Cicero doesn't like tuna. Yeah, don't blame you, mate. We're not talking about cheese and tuna and chicken pizza again. No. Ugh.
It's lovely. It's really good. Do you use canned tuna or like ocean tuna?
Doesn't really matter. Devil's Eye asks, when does the new season start? Yeah, 10th. Cheers, Joe.
The missus, when she makes we make homemade. Hey, you ready for a story? I remember sitting comfortably for this one because this is going to take a while. If anyone who needs to go and fetch popcorn or a drink, now's your time. I'm, of course, waiting for people to go and fetch popcorn and drinks. Exol says, no, not another one. Oh, come on. They're so good. Especially after...
In the meantime, Rex has got a much more interesting question. What are your thoughts on keeping a trim, small roster for league play? Is it different than a ladder team value matching scenario?
Oh, can I take that one?
Yes, please do. Well, he was asking you.
Okay. So the difference, the fundamental difference between league play and online play is that in league play you get matched up with your opponents in a set order, and it doesn't matter what your TV is. Is there an element of TV management and trying to keep your TV trim? Yeah, there is. But in general, a general Blood Bowl truism is that a 20k TV skill is going to be worth more, or you get more out of it, than if you had 20k of inducements. Yeah, having a wizard is nice, but if you imagine having all your players with block versus all your players without block, the wizard probably won't win you the game. The block should win overall. Would I do it? Yeah, I do pay attention to my team value, but in general, I want to skill as many players as much as I can, and I want to go for star player points on teams rather than firing and playing with 9 and 3 loners. So, there we go.
The last time Andy was successful in the UK bubble,
Oh, we have a game! We have a game!
You just butt in whenever the mood takes you.
it's
I'll
not just-
wait, fine. Got
it's
all
not-
night.
we
Go
haven't
carry on, Mr. Interesting. Over to you.
Well, we are playing against vampires. So this is Kislev Circus versus vampires. I think this is match day 22. I think. Let's have a look. JRCO Jarco. This should be interesting. This. 4 rerolls and a leader with 5 vampires. Lodging sidesteppy 1, blodging agility 1, lodging tackling mighty blow 1. Alright, this should be interesting. I've never played Vampires vs Kislev before.
Finished?
Yeah, I'm done, yeah.
Alright. Devil's Eye asks, any thoughts about the whole Logan Paul drama on YouTube recently? Andy won't know what you're talking about.
Ah, I do. I saw it on BBC, on the website, on the BBC website. He's a bit of a dickhead, isn't he?
Him and his brother are both absolute horrible people, and it saddens me that so much of today's youth with access to the internet adore and follow them. It's just depressing, I think. I think both of them would be far better served just flipping burgers or doing something that keeps them out of harm's way. They're both terrible. I can't dislike them enough. There you go.
Yeah. Chat, do you guys want to pick out some more scorelines? We've got quite a lot of different scorelines on this one. 3-1 Vampires. 3-1 Andy. 2-0 concede win. 2-1 Andy. 3-1 me. 3-2 Kislev. Yeah. Right,
Yes.
I've got a sandwich back in a minute.
3-1. Devil's Eye. I mean, loads of the YouTube community have rounded upon Logan Paul, but it's everything they do is just irritating. And if they weren't so influential, you could just shrug and say, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter." But there's millions of kids looking at these two clowns as like life role models, and it's just it's so depressing. Nori likes them because they generate a lot of material for other YouTubers to shit on them. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair play. They certainly do that. That is also almost certainly true that the majority of their fan base are young girls, but then these guys have got an audience who hang on their every word, give or take, and will take their lead of what reasonable human behaviour is like from that, and that's what I find so very frightening. It's like, oh no, they are terrible role models. Supnugs asked what happened. Well, ex-Vine star and more recently in the last year, YouTube starlet Logan Paul has got a very popular show. He's got about 15 million YouTube subscribers and rising rapidly. Made a video. He went to the foot of Mount Fuji, to the suicide forest in Japan, with a few of his pals, and wandered around in the forest, and they actually found some poor soul hanging from a tree, which apparently about 100 people a year go to this place to end their lives. So, but then what he did was feature the corpse, basically, on camera in a 20-minute video. And there were little bits of, sort of fake concern. But but he was laughing and joking, and the whole thing was just absolutely horrible. And of course, the Twitter went mad. The YouTube community have all gathered around to say that this is just not acceptable. And what the cruel irony was, it was trending on YouTube for the YouTube promotional, one of the promoted videos because it was popular, and yet contravening so many of the regulations that YouTube have set up. The whole thing was just a complete car crash. Thing is, though, Nori, with boy bands, most of the boy bands had managers saying, do not do this, that, or the other. And so, love them or hate them, most of the boy bands weren't a particularly terrible influence on young people, I'd say. Yeah, Brameister, you're not missing out, mate. I wouldn't bother finding out about him. But his brother's equally bad. They're just basically a couple of narcissistic twats. But they're not children. They're early 20s, I would say. But they're making an absolute fortune through their YouTube success. But I just I can't talk about it without actually starting to get annoyed. So I'll talk about something else. But yes, they are terrible. Hello, Qua. How you doing? Today's going really well, mate. I get what you're saying, Serene Cicero, but I mean the kids are impressionable, so I don't think it's the fans' fault. I think it's the blame lies squarely with Messrs. Paul and Paul. Well, there's the thing, Alockin, that YouTube seem to be cutting the Paul brothers quite a lot of slack, whereas by the same token, the sort of rather threw PewDiePie under the bus. Which, whilst I'm not saying PewDiePie's the greatest thing ever to have walked God's earth, I'd rather watch his content any day of the week than the Paul brothers.
And I'm back. Saponi says, do I think Kislev are easier than vampires? No, I think they're probably two races that takes that take a fair chunk of skill to play really, really well.
They're both specialist teams, I would say, that to make them work, you need to give it some thought. They're not one for somebody learning Blood Bowl, I would suggest. Yep, Serene Cicero, I like iDubbbz as well. He is genuinely funny. So yeah. Satterfield, I wouldn't bother watching it either, mate. Well, here was a weird thing, though, True Blue, that YouTube cares about money. Yeah, I think you're probably right. But they did completely, basically just drop PewDiePie in it, who still is their biggest, the golden goose, as it were. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on at YouTube that I just don't know enough about to understand why they're doing it. The whole demonetization thing seems kind of weird. Oh, yeah, I mean, truly, PewDiePie's done himself no favours whatsoever. He's made some real drop-the-ball moments. But, I mean, generally, what I think his actual system of beliefs are and stuff, I think he's a more balanced human being than the two Pauls. They're just sensationalists. PewDiePie, when he does fuck up, I think realises that, oh, I really have fucked up. Which, that's a different question, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, because months ago I was trying to talk about YouTube personalities as a demonstration that I'm not completely over the hill and know what the kids are doing. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Now we can't stop them. Amazing.
I know, it's outrageous. Right, I don't know whether our opponent's coming into the channel, but I do notice there's a couple of coaches who are new or are interested in vampires. Oh, you lucky boy. Stand there, Kislev. There. on.
Nostradamus. Devil's Eye, yeah, you're right, they did, but I think the problem was that the Nazi thing with PewDiePie was PewDiePie actually showing shocking disdain about people doing something and then picked up flat for it. I don't for a second think that PewDiePie's in any way Nazi leaning. That thing when he was playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, though, did rather massively drop him in it. That was dumb. He shouldn't have done that. But anyway. I remember there's a show I like watching, a guy called Razor Fist who does the Rageaholic show, where he's basically this angry American dude. But he reviews movies, some video games, but he's entertaining. And he was getting demonetized left, right, and centre. And he made a video going, right, I'm going to make a video as an experiment where all I do is say harmless things, bip-de-dop, blah-de-blah, nothing controversial whatsoever. And he did this 15 minutes, uploaded it, demonetized. And it was like, well, here is the video. Point at me as to what... okay.
Oh, actually got one as well. Oops. He's fine. Sorry.
Quite all right. We're talking at odds here. We'll stop talking about YouTubes because it's a bit niche, and I appreciate that only a few people are interested. White Rabbit, good evening. True Blue asks, wouldn't Vamps be good to learn early because you have to do safe move first all the time? Kind of, yes. That playing vampires does really sharpen up your positioning, but it's quite unique that a lot of the positioning with vampires is to do with where you put the thralls, subject to if this vampire fails bloodlust, what do I want to do? So if you wanted to really go for positioning style of play, orcs and dwarves probably good for that. You can get your head around how they play, and their lack of movement rather requires you to have good positioning, otherwise it goes horribly wrong.
Yep. Morally, hello Morally, I don't think we've met. Vampires can kind of cheat with positioning with Hypnogaze. Yes, that's very true. This matchup, I'm going to assume that my opponent isn't around, or I'm going to just go, well, I don't care. The opponent has got to be very mindful of the fact that I can 2 dice uphill him with a wrestle tackle player, and 25% of the time I'm going to knock him over. And so he's probably trying to prevent us leaping in, but at the same time he needs to go and provide a scoring threat. And I don't know what's going through his head, but if it was me playing the vampires, I would probably want to spend my entire time on defense and score quickly, because I would expect that the Kislevs probably will be stronger on defense than they will on offense.
There's a lot of insisting that nobody should play dwarves at all. They're not popular in many circles, dwarves, are they?
Mostly little tiny circles.
Yes, very good, well done. Thanks. Yeah, I see where you're thinking is going with that, True Blue, but really the vampires are such a unique proposition that a lot of the stuff that you can master with vampires aren't really massively transferable skills, I'd suggest. And especially at when you first start out, you lose a hell of a lot with vampires, as that they're difficult to get anything out of.
No, you don't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Well, they are difficult to get anything out. I'd say the vampires are one of the more complicated teams to get reasonably good at. He's on page 2 of the leaderboard. Second dwarves. Yep, by all means, go and check Shawnee's show out. He's got. I don't think Shawnee does YouTube, but the VODs are all available on the Twitch channel.
Interested to see what. Ooh, diving tackle, not diving tackle. Yeah, go on. Let's force either a reroll or a turnover here.
We've defeated dodge, so is it reroll now?
Oh, Free casualty. Wow.
Well, that paid off.
Yeah. Don't tend to go as well as that.
Regen? He did regen, didn't he?
Oh, it was that was just a thrall, that one.
Yeah, sorry. Not paying attention.
So
I think people's frustration with dwarves is that very early on in the development, dwarves are effective if you spam guard across them, and then when you're playing against them, it becomes quite frustrating that you can just basically do nothing. That is what folks don't like, I would suggest. Ah, yeah, Penny makes a point. If you're checking out Shawnee's videos, most of them have no audio because of the music. Well, the alternative is watch him live. I guess he'll be playing the dwarves for a bit longer. Who else has played dwarves a lot? If you speak Russian, there's plenty of dwarf coaches out there. Adant, Crucifer, Kolian, they're known for playing dwarves quite often. Well, Alcan asks, what is the dwarf army like in Warhammer? Very high armor, slow, lots of artillery. They're certainly themed similarly, though I don't know how much of it's transferable. I do find that the Warhammer teams and the Blood Bowl brethren, a lot of them have similarity. Like humans aren't great at any one thing, but have got a broad range of stuff. True Blue Crucifer does speak English. I don't know if he streams in English, though. To be honest, it's been a while since I've watched him. But we've spoken with him before in Discord, and he certainly does. I don't know. You'd have to ask. Oh, he does stream in English, right? Cheers, well, hope you. There's a few dwarf games on our YouTube as I was playing UK BBL dwarves just for a change. But after 1.5 seasons, or no, to correct that, a full season and a season in the conferences, I thought, no, that's not for me.
interesting to see what the opponent does here. Is he going to try and constantly keep hitting this with the mighty blow, or is he looking to push down and try and get into a scoring threat? This is going to be the turn that will decide this.
Dino says, dwarfs don't win a lot when you play them in tournaments. That is true. They draw a lot, I think, is the historical data. I think in tournaments, though, you're often limited to 1,200-1,300 TV. Dwarves are at the strongest at the sort of 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 mark when you've got the mass guard and quite a bit of mighty blow going on. So they haven't really reached their peak at tournament team values. And it is quite easy to run round them. Aardvark's playing 450 TV down against Dwarves next week with Nurgle. 1080 versus whatever 450 that is, 1,500 and change. How much fun is he going to have? Aardvark, well, if you feint one way and then switch and go the other, I've played dwarf games like that and come out victorious. It's not easy, but they are very susceptible to you swapping sides of the pitch on them because they're so bloody slow. Johnny thinks Jimmy played this guy the other day and he only blitzed with the mighty blow guy and re-rolled everything. Okay, yeah, believe that.
Nice if he doesn't make this hit, no.
Evening, by the way, Matto. Nice to see you. We wondered where you were. Are you well?
Can you talk loudly, please? We worry when you're not here.
I am talking loudly.
Oh, Matto. Can Matto talk loudly?
Oh, right. It's going to be hard work, hard vac, but I'd suggest what you'll need to do is try and outposition them by. I'd feint one way up the pitch, draw the dwarves over there, and then two dwarves per Nurgle warrior, and then run the other way is your best chance. Mark them up and potato it because they won't fancy dodging or trying to catch you. But yeah, it's tough because they've all got block and you don't, and probably some mighty blow, etc.
Well, unless he does something remarkable here, I think we'll have the ball off him soon.
Oh, Johnny also says from going on the Jimmy game the other day, your opponent likes throwing the ball and farming SPPs with the vamps. Well, I mean, it's not a mad thing to do. I think even Andy's been prone to that. Shame we've lost Wormthrax to KO. Hopefully he'll come back as one of our best players.
I would expect so. So that move there is to pin the vampire and pin the thrall. I could have pushed the thrall directly north, which positionally is slightly better, but didn't, because then if the vampire wants to activate and just move and fails his bloodlust, he's basically got to re-roll it, because at the moment he can't bite without making a dodge, which has got to go through or away from diving tackle.
Oh, well, there you go. Happy days, pal.
Yep, where's the ball going? Okay.
And we've still got Muir over on the right wing there, that if he comes around and moves the movement vampire just right of the ball, that'll probably be a thing. Killjoy wants the ball. Well, catch it then when it pings free. That'd be good. Yep, the fans want Killjoy to have the ball. Oh, I seem to turn the light off. That's good news.
Oh, that wasn't actually me, that was the missus.
Oh, good, because now the plasma orb looks marvellous.
So I decided to not pick the ball up there because the player next to the ball is the Mighty Blow tackle guy. So let's make him have to move the ball. Bearing in mind the vampire is next to guard and a tackle player, so he's dodging away from chain. It's on a 3+ without a reroll. Fucking little fly flying around.
Alokan says, since we have a Kislev game, what would a standard Kislev team look like?
Wow.
I'd recommend have a look at the first match day of the YouTube below of this team, Alokan. And this team aren't blessed with doubles and stat boosts. I think the agility on one of the blitzers was a recent acquisition, but apart from that, they're pretty much standard, and they've been surprisingly successful.
Oh, pal.
Johnny suggests, whilst on the topic of change, could we band together as Americans, those of us who are, and decide we're not going to use the penny anymore? I don't think you're alone in that, Johnny. That I think the UK would be right along getting rid of the penny. It's a bit pointless, isn't it?
Yeah, but then the expression "in for a penny, in for a pound" would be gone. about it.
No, the expression would endure. That'd be fine. It doesn't need to be current.
Alright. Anyway, your vice president's called Pence. What are you going to do then if you get rid of them? See, that was both topical and funny.
Well done.
Thanks.
Geek says a standard Kislev team wouldn't have a Killjoy. Harsh, but true, actually. Yeah, that is true. You probably... I don't know. The Bears, it's like a troll on an orc team. That there's pros and cons, and you can go with or without, and neither's wrong. Marsden congratulates you on being topical. An umbrella hat has just subscribed for 4 months on the spin and asks some questions about his life choices so far. What am I doing with my life? Thank you, umbrella hat.
Oh, that was funny. You're not wrong, are you? He does like blitzing with that doodah chop. Let's go there. Oh, Nurgis is injured.
Oh no, I like Nurgis. He'd be fine. You don't need to.
I'm going. Did.
Okay, if you want to, then you didn't have to. White Rabbit's been watching Geeks Wargaming's channel. Do 40k orcs win every week? My understanding is that in 40k, orcs are really strong. So I'm going to go with yes. I like orcs. Geek says not when Richard plays them. Poor Richard. Killjoy asks Geeks, any chance of getting your game against Killjoy uploaded? I think Geeks was talking about that the other day, that there's a problem with the frame rates, wasn't there?
Go on.
Were you able to fix that, Geeks, or is it still balked? Serene Cicero rightly points out that the red ones go faster. Well, they do, absolutely.
Right, time to get rid of this fucking vampire.
Hellboy predicts that now, having used the Apo, that Killjoy the Bear is toast. Ooh, hello. Well, that's huge.
Yep.
Oh, and he didn't regen. You little beauty. Now, can Steak Mittens once again?
Bothered Milk, what a guy.
6 months in a row, Bothered Milk. Thank you very much indeed. That was a big one to get as well. This game's going alright, isn't it?
We've had worse, I think, is probably the way I'd describe this game.
It's going alright, this. Thing is, though, Matt, with Space Marines, what I can't get my head around is why are there so many? That there just seems to be an endless different amount of Space Marines that are so very similar. Why not just have fewer of them?
I just want to stop by and say thank you very much. There's a couple of people who subscribed there. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. As you were.
Yes, absolutely. Bothered Milk and Brad. Hugs all round. Hardback, not a fan of Space Marines. Matlow suggests that because it makes them tons of money and they're cheap to produce. You could be onto something there, Matlow. Umbrella Hat says, are you talking about Space Marines or religions? Well, we can't talk about religions on the show, Umbrella Hat, so by process of elimination. What do you think? Dudorina says, oh boy, just had a draw in UK BBL with his Dark Elves, got 2 levels up. First skill and alignment, rolls a 6, that was good. Then guard blitz, rolls double 6. What do you reckon? Dodge on both. No. Take the strength of your balloon. And congratulations, by the way.
Does anyone hands up if you want to see Lady Killjoy's piling on animation? And El Duderino, you lucky boy.
Strength on Dark Elves is absolutely happy days. Everybody's largely in agreement that the reasons for the proliferation of Space Marines is because it makes a load of cash without a lot of effort. I think you're probably right, fellas.
Serene Cicero's got the hand up animation nailed, although it is the little zero. Otherwise, you've got a very big head, haven't you?
I don't play a lot of Warhammer 40k, but if I did, I'd play Orcs, because I like Orcs. Orcs are great. And in space, there is no claw. Sorry, Geeks, did you answer the question and I missed it about the replay of Killjoy and Geeks game? Just scrolling up. Oh, Geeks explains also there's a max on 1,000 Space Marines in a chapter. Well, isn't that convenient? What a coincidence. All right, game goes up on Monday. Well, Geeks, if you're around on Tuesday when we're next on, please feel free to promote the living daylights out of that video because I think folks will be interested. There you can see the real Killjoy, not some bungling bear, but the real Killjoy.
Come on, Killjoy. Make sure you knock it over, otherwise it's going to be a massive anticlimax.
Hello, Leazar. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Oh, we broke armour. Killjoy's broken armour.
Pylon.
Oh, but he's knocked it out.
Doesn't matter. Pylon. Bang. Want to see it. Well, that worked.
Well, what'd you expect? Look how fucking big that bear is. Jesus Christ.
Stop press, £800 bear dropped from 8 feet, kills man. Do you know what? I think we've transformed Killjoy into sort of figure of fun and fans' favourite, into deadly killer. He is now like a scalpel. Actually, no, not a scalpel, a sledgehammer.
Killed one.
So what we need is for prior to piling on, for the fans to all cheer, bring the hammer down. You know, that. No, he says, so the thrall's there going, so now what are you going to do, sit on me? Johnny Five says, bears often eat loads of rocks and twigs before hibernating to prevent themselves from pooping out vital nutrients. Well, it was probably all the rocks and twigs that made him really heavy, and that ended up in the death. That makes perfect sense.
Steve Stark, good evening.
Hello, Steve. Helgen's just done a clip, Killboy Unleashed. Thank you, Helgen. Ronnie Summer asked, would it be a good idea to separate the bear? Do you mean from the other players? I see what you mean, but in practice, because he's got the prehensile chain and guard, he does synergize quite well with other players in the vicinity of him. Oh, and True Blue has just subscribed. Thank you very much indeed, True Blue.
Nice.
Welcome aboard. You can have a T-shirt with "I'm a Darvo T" if we ever get round to that.
No, you can. They're on sale now at all good retail stockists and outlets.
They really aren't. Don't listen to them.
We could make some.
Well, Subnugs is speculating that somebody bought Killjoy a Blu-ray of The Revenant for Christmas, and he's now been watching that and is inspired with this new skill set he's acquired. Serene Cicero asked, do we have Darvo merch? we don't, but do you know? Do you know what? I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to try some, if only because it would mean that Andy could rock up to tabletops with a T-shirt on with my picture saying Zunk, and then the talent underneath it.
No, the talent wearing it.
We've got the artwork that I think would lend itself to T-shirts, and we've always had a word with old Scud. But look, I'd shell out £10 for a coffee mug with Darvo Vision on it. But I don't think they'd sell by the bucket load. But the way these things work, we used to do it in our old Planetside outfit. We had merch. And actually quite a lot of folks did buy hoodies, T-shirts, mugs, that kind of stuff. Not in the thousands, but they probably sold probably 30, 40 things out of and the outfit had maybe 1,500 members, something like that. Matto, if Zunk merch becomes a reality, you will, of course, be getting a cut, having created a goodly chunk of it. And for that, we're eternally grateful.
I've even set Killjoy up with something to eat next turn.
If you could be bothered, Andy, if you made a 30-second YouTube video of Killjoy the bear learns new skill, that people would watch that. We need a snappier title, but you know what I mean. But that was poetry. Pugsley wants to know where he can get a Zunk plushie for his mum. You see, there's a market, Andy. I told you there was. But anyway, what I was originally saying is that when we did it with the Planetside outfit, the way that the model worked is that you could order stuff pretty much on a one-by-one basis. All we needed to do was submit them with enough artwork. They weren't massively cheap because you had no economies of scale. But you could even if you sold two, nobody had lost out, if you see what I mean. So it's viable. It's just whether we could be bothered to spend a couple of hours to actually set it up. Johnny Five's waiting until they turn me into a Star Wars alien like the Porg. Well, we laugh at Jar Jar Binks and Porgs and stuff because they are terrible. But think of the cash. Think of the cash. Helgen, I do like the title. The problem is, for YouTube, we'd need to have something more generic because only fans of who watch the show would know what the hell you meant by Killjoy Unleashed or Killboy Unleashed. Mipper suggests you could title the video "Bear Bum Burns Blood Bowl Bloke." That's quite good. I can see Killjoy racking up star player points, taking block and tackle, and just becoming an indispensable juggernaut backbone of the team, like I always said he was. Hellboy says you could get the Zunk evening streaming box set containing Zunk slippers, Zunk pajamas, Zunk dressing gown, Zunk mug, Zunk lemon sip or tea, Zunk whiskey, and your very own Andy Darvo teddy bear to talk to that you can talk at and get no response from frequently. That's brilliant.
Hang on. 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Do it! Boink, dead.
He's got another one.
See? He's unstoppable.
Well, that one wants to have another chance.
Well, that vampire couldn't believe what just happened, and he wants another go. He's going to regret that. He'll not see the end of this game, that vampire. You should have just stayed down, son. Stay down. Unbelievable, Jeff. So, the days of passive removals being the only way to get casualties are long gone. We enter a new era of Killjoy the Bear. Death on legs. JRCO, if you ever watch this back, I'm awfully sorry that you've been the victim of this, but there's been months of frustration building up with that bear, and what's happened is it's now being unleashed. And it's not your fault, mate. I'm sorry, mate.
Right, Killjoy. All you need now. I mean, there are another 8 turns, so that'd be 16 star player points. So that would take you to your next level, actually. So if you got casualty every turn next half, you would level.
Not 5 off that because he's clearly MVP.
Oh yeah, there is that.
MVB. Are we playing another one after this? Because
I
I'm
can't.
pumped up for another game. Okay. Snafu Raw says his friends are starting to slow down on Blood Bowl after playing too much. Managed to persuade friends to have a big try-hard tournament, and the day it is due to start, and I'm dying of man flu. I ask for sympathy, please. Snafu, sympathy coming your way, my friend. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's tabletop, right? Supnug says that bear's eating performance enhancing porridge. What's... Oh, porridge. Sorry. Yeah. I'll tell you what, nobody's seen Goldilocks for a good couple of hours. Where's she gone? She didn't turn up for a shift at work. She's not at home in her flat. She's headed for the hills. Snafu, I think that was the great gift that Cyanide and Fumble before them bestowed upon us, that Blood Bowl face to face with pals is such a pain in the cock to organise, and if folks do get tired, it's all ruined. So, at least we can get a fix here as well.
Right. Should we have a little straw poll? How many casualties will the bear get in next half? Obviously 0 to 8. Can we have a number 0 to 8 in the chat?
There you go.
6, 8. Dr. Nick thinks I'm going to get to hit with him every turn. Wow. El Mato, pragmatic as ever, none. Consensus. I think a lot of people are playing it safe. 2 and 3. Good evening, Heinchai. So yeah, what I was saying about YouTube, it's actually just the link is just below.
Hi, Yuanshi. How you doing, buddy?
Zero will be optimal.
Awesome says Bear Force 1.
Is that Mighty Blow one back yet? No, we took it out, didn't we? Oh, that's good.
Oh, your opponent's being very friendly, by the way. That's nice. Please say hello to JRKCO from us. Geeks, actually, with the light turned off, Andy, would I be right in guessing that Ev's gone to sleep with Bobos?
Yeah, she's still like... This is Davo.
How's she sleep with you hollering and a whooping in the corner?
Oh, she's quite tired now.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Should she been to the dentist again? It was Geeks said it. I just reading out what I saw.
If the bear gets a double next, I have to take Frenzy.
Killjoy asks, is he off the pitch? No, you just set up deep. I'm not sure why.
There's actually now a ring fence around you, Killjoy. So I'm not sure you'll be allowed.
It's like the Colgate Ring of Confidence. I'm up. Thank you very much indeed for the follow, and welcome to the show.
I think it's Imoep.
Umbrella Hat, who is drilling... Oh, no. Can't say that, Umbrella Hat. She did go to the dentist, though, the other week.
That's actually quite funny, in a weird way. That bear actually is pacing up and down.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, he stood still.
I think he's just been to the toilet at half time. Look, there's a bit of a stain. Dear.
No, that's blood from when he sat on that thrall. Leozar asks, is that the Eye of Sauron? That's what do we call the plasma orb? Did it have a name?
I don't think so.
That's a replacement of the original thing that we had. The Eye of Sauron filled in for when the original thing broke.
Yeah, it's true.
Supnugs, this stuff just writes itself, doesn't it? But I can't read that out, mate.
Oh.
Marsden says it's from where that thrall shat himself just before he died. Aratak says it could be the bollock of Sauron. We would need two of them, really, then, wouldn't we?
Right, we're gonna go for the quick score here. Quick score.
I'm gonna have one of them ham and smoked cheese sandwiches next after this. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Oh, Supnugs, yes, absolutely. I know.
Oh no! It's a perfect defence. Killjoy, you're not going to get to hit anything.
Oh, well, he might not. Though, if the thralls have got any sense about them, they're going to avoid him. Umbrella Hat says Sauron's other bollock is in the Albert Hall. Yeah, it could be. It could be one of those Hobbit jaunty tunes, couldn't it? God, they are crazy, those guys.
Umbrella Hat, do you come armed with a microphone? We might get you on here.
Remember, you've got to vet people first, so you make sure they're not mad.
Oh yeah.
Umbrella Hat seems all right, but
yeah, we might be mental. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Umbrella Hat, are you mental? I've got a horrible cold as well, mate. I completely sympathise.
I don't mean now. I'm not that crazy. I just meant in general.
I mean, come on now if you want.
No, you can't. Oh, I am the True Blue. Was that the prediction?
Well, the advice to avoid Killjoy has fallen on deaf ears, as God of Thunder very bravely is standing within range. Yeah, Aratar, you can't say that live on air. That's definitely, you can't say that. We'll go with the assumption that Umbrella Hat is not mental, and we can get him on the show. That would be a good idea, because Umbrella Hat's been watching this right from the start.
It's true.
In fact, a lot of the viewers here, I do remember from early on. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, there's only a few that haven't actually managed to make the transition.
Oh, right. God of Thunder has, in fact, thought of his lifestyle choices and is elected to not stand next to Killjoy. That's very wise. However, Count Peter Chris is within Killjoy range.
Oh, which is quad schooled.
Oh, that's not good.
And his Umbrella Hat as well.
Oh, no.
Right, no.
Something asks, is bugger a curse? Yeah, but it's a fairly light one these days. The original derivation of the word, it's a couple of 100 years old. And to bugger somebody is to forcibly have anal sex with them. Well, it's an adult show. That's all factually correct. There's nothing salacious there. So, yes, it used to be a term, but it's not horrifically offensive.
It's the second time in 2 streams. Yeah, Helgen, what did I say in the last one? I get him, once every... Oh, he's bloodlusted. Yes. That's good.
What, we're talking about saying bugger?
No, the quad schools.
I said it once, but I think I got away with it.
Yeah, quad schools, I reckon I see once every week, once every couple of weeks.
Ebbs and flows, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It seems to happen more in league games, really. I don't know if it's just because we care more, but I usually get a couple every game, but that's just in my head. That quad skulls is really, 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 really setting you on the back foot. It's bad.
Yeah, it is. Did he re-roll the lust? Yes, he did.
Well, JRCO is running with plenty of re-rolls for that reason. Having 4 or 5 re-rolls on vampires isn't absolutely mad. 5 re-rolls on most teams, people would go, "Oh dear, bloat," but unless you've got really highly developed vampires with a bunch of them with pro, 4 is probably minimum adventure. Andrew, having played vampires, what do you feel about re-rolls?
I played 4. 4 was good.
Yeah.
But I also ran. It was 4 vamps, 4 rerolls was what I ran with. Ooh, that was naughty.
That quad skills has actually dropped you right in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll recover. That you should be able to force him to equalise quickly and then give you enough turns to steal a winner. But yeah, that really didn't help. Boink. Boink. Boink.
No, you can't point.
Broken armour.
No,
Broken
you
armour.
can't.
He's broken armour.
No, but I can't.
What, you need him for the assist on the other one?
Yeah, because it says...
Oh, for God's sake, will you stop rolling quad skills? It's not helping at all. Okay.
Right,
Didn't roll quad skills. No. Hello, Robbo. How are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Steve Sark asks, Andy Zenk, have either of you bought any of the new Blood Bowl table releases, teams, dice, pictures, and so on? I don't play them, Steve, so I haven't. Andy, have you got any of the new merch for Blood Bowl?
No.
You tempted?
No.
Oh, no. Whilst Robbo was in Vienna, and by the way, it was nice having the Vienna crew cheer us on in OCC, Robbo. Cheers, buddy. That really helped. Robbo's actually contracted plague whilst he was in Vienna.
Oh, dear.
Pidpad says, Robbo, you still have my Andy Darvo shirt.
It's a true story. I'm going to do the Killjoy block, not because it's optimal, but because it might be entertaining.
Geeks, on the other hand, has all the new Blood Bowl merch. Well, I imagine you need to immediately apply paint to it.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Crowd holds his breath.
3, 2, 1.
Lift off.
And... Who?
Whoop. Gone. Bye.
That works.
Yeah, that works. Oh, Helgen, I thought you were just doing it to be stylish and fashionable. Is it really because the keyboard's broken? Oh, State Mittens, you didn't. He did. You're going to throw it now, aren't you?
Oh, look, Nugget's dropped the ball. When does that ever happen?
How was that a diving catch? That was a completely fucked catch. Nurgis, I'm disappointed. It's normally so good, Nurgis. That would have been absolutely smashing if Nurgis had caught it. He got distracted. The ball's covered in blood anyway from Killjoy's exploits.
Look at Killjoy. He looks knackered. Look, he's lying down.
He's a coiled spring. He might look asleep, but he isn't.
Yeah, Vilnich, I know.
Catch would have been fine, wouldn't it, Vilnick? Exactly. Vilnick, vindicated.
Villainicated.
Vindicated. Villainicated. Yes.
Okay, well, he's used his reroll.
I see what he's doing. There's a good chance he'll get this. 3+2+ touchdown.
Well, he'll be able to go block.
Well, 2+3+ touchdown for the bloodlust.
Well, he needs the 50. He needs to not 1 in 9 because he's going to block with an agility 5 vampire, I think. Oh, he's going to walk it in with the. Oh, okay, he's going to do the hypno. Yeah, 3+2+. No, he's just got the 2+.
Well, now it's 2+2+.
It's 2. Yeah, sorry, 2.
Which should work. That's like what, 70% likely
87.
with a reroll.
No reroll. He's used it.
Well, congratulations. That was well worked by your opponent. It was the quad skulls absolutely panned you on that drive.
Yep.
Also, a little bit light on rerolls, but the ball is still in your court, as it were.
Fucking player, wake
Narrowly.
up. Knob. Well, I wanted to try and score with Killjoy, but 1-1. Because I thought, oh, we'll run down the field and we'll score. Now it's 1-1. I can't really risk it. Has he triggered any bloodlust? No, not really.
There's been a lot of bloodlust, hasn't there?
So, okay, right.
Yeah, quad skills plus perfect defense equals you're getting turned over. That's certainly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's in some ways a lock-in, but the vamps have suffered quite a lot of casualties. We've got 3 thralls and a vamp out. Artark says Andy wants to score with Killjoy bestiality confirmed. Well, you can at least buy him dinner first.
Nah.
Right, retribution. Oh dear. Yeah, you'd think that'll lock him, but unfortunately the vampires haven't been that thirsty today.
No, disappointing, but oh well. Maybe it'll turn itself around.
I'll ask again when it's not your go. Oh, there's Pedro, Jack. You seen Pedro recently?
No, not for a little while.
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Here comes the Killjoy.
Scratch another one up for the bear. Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
So I told you, unstoppable. Hello, Ben. The games are going spectacularly, Ben, with 4-0, and this is game number 5. And looking like it might be all right. The big news of this evening, though, Ben, is that Killjoy the bear took piling on and has now transformed into lovable, huggable, fluffy thing into just death incarnate. You see the casualty box? That's Killjoy, that is. We just stopped feeding him for a bit. And
It pretty much is Killjoy. Duran, thank you very much. Sorry, that got past my co-host. Duran, thank you very much for the host there.
Duran, cheers, buddy. And Duran viewers, welcome to the programme. Nice to have you aboard, folks. Wow, Gwydion on the double though. It'd be block, wouldn't it? Surely it'd be block.
It should be block. It probably will be frenzy.
Oh God! You take frenzy out of block
Only because they amuse me.
just for the lols. It's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Mad Hells, funnily enough, Andy didn't really object that much to taking a bear. It was more after a game or two that he just started not really enjoying having the bear. But it was such a lovable, adorable bear that he was a fan favourite. So, and now it's all paying off.
Yes, it started to go bear shaped, so I was thinking about getting rid of it.
If you do roll 6, do take strength. I know block is the right answer, but strength just for the laugh. Durin, of course you may, my friend. Fill your hat. Folks, Durin's about to post a link for playing Blood Bowl on PlayStation 4. What would folks like to see him stream?
Kislev, not Kislev, Skaven, obviously.
Well, I'm going to see what the options are. Skaven aren't an option.
And he's on fire this evening. Oh, I was feeling a little bit warm, White Rabbit.
Choices are Vamps, Pro Elves, Halflings, Ogres, Amazons, Goblins.
Oh, double one and he's knocked himself out. Oh dear.
I would say that Nuffle has broadly been with you this game, apart from that Quad Skulls business. Apart from that, everything's broadly been going pretty darn well. And stuff like that, your opponent gets KO'd on a... That sucks. Oh, Muir has just failed to jump up. That's disappointing. Oh, on the Durin vote, it's tied neck and neck between the Proles and the Vamps. Right, so Stake Mittens has got the ball. Safe pair of hands. Tell you what else has been notable, that we've been missing Wormthrax the entire game. That KO is still holding fast. Leozar asks, where's he on the list? Una Memento. Let me have a look.
Since we can take a little risk here. Do I have to auto-pile on with a bear? Like, I feel like I probably have to, don't I?
Leozar, you are 95th line of the spreadsheet, and we've used probably 46, so about 50th-ish.
Oh no.
Sorry, mate. It'll get there in the end. Bramaster asks, can you set pylon to non-optional?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You want the choice, but there are plenty of times where you strategically should not pile on, but because of the nature of this stream and its Killjoy, we have to. True Blue, you are line 132. It's a long-term project, mate. 50p in the slot for Killjoy. Where would you insert 50p into an £800 bear?
Anyway, you like. It wouldn't notice.
Is that safe? Well, True Blue, think of it like next Christmas, something to look forward to, but not yet.
Keep calm and pile on. Yes, Darren.
Dark Soul Yami played his first game with Orcs against High Elves and won. Congratulations, mate. I like Orcs. I can get behind Orcs. Orcs are my second favourite team, I think. Ben suggests insert the 50p where the bear tells you. Well, if you were asking the bear, he'd probably just hold out his little piggy bank or his little bear bank and say, pop it in there. Oh, look, bit of romance.
Murder in high heels is stunned. Has anyone tried using Savage Orcs? I tried to build some on the stream actually, and you can actually watch them again here. Oh bugger! That's the wrong link. No.
Lockin, if you're interested in the YouTube channel, it's the Frenzy Orcs, and they were A, good fun, and B, quite successful. Leazar Savage Orcs is a thing from Warhammer lore. It's basically, as you'd imagine, Savage Orcs. The way we interpreted it in Blood Bowl was to do lots of frenzy. Cheers, Duran. Who won the vote in the end, Duran? Oh, Pro Elves edged it. 23% of the votes, just ahead of Halflings. Ooh, dodged a bullet there, mate. And Vampires. Duran, what time of the day do you normally stream for the viewers, just so that they know when to look for you? And feel free to, if you haven't already, stick a link to the your Twitch channel in as well, just to help out. Do you have a particular schedule though that you're on, sort of like evenings or afternoons or whenever? Well, Savage Orcs and Warhammer are basically don't wear armor and are all about maximum damage output and frenzy and all that kind of thing. I've not seen the official Games Workshop Blood Bowl Savage Orcs, to be honest, fiction. I was just basing it on Savage Orcs being a thing in Warhammer. So Duran's usually around afternoons and in the evenings in North America, which is daytime UTC. Oh, hello, BZL. BZL, were you watching Jimmy's show this afternoon, by the way, mate? There's a reason why I ask. Yeah, distort with the Savage Orcs. They did have Shaman with the thing, weren't they? It was Wurzag in Total War. Warhammer was the guy that had all the Savage Orcs with him. Lonviandra asks, are there any Canadians here? Yes.
From Canada.
Lots of Canadians watch this show, mate. You are not alone. We love Canada very much indeed. It's where we sent Verbal, for example. And, yep, Duran stream, absolutely. And very good hi-fi comes from Canada as well.
Oh dear. Oh, King Winter. Look, no, you're just supposed to stand on them.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no. Is
he dead? Did regen?
No, he's dead. No, he's gone.
Oh no. Well, that was a bit harsh.
I didn't mean it.
Monty, g'day, mate. How's it going? Oh, Lothiandra isn't actually Canadian, just needs advice on how to shovel snow off his parking spot. Yeah, the game has not gone well for the Vamps, as Umbrella Hat rightly points out. Ram the Mad hit the nail on the head. The team is just absolutely the red mist has descended ever since Killjoy got piling on. That is what's happened. Oh, it's horrific. See,
For fuck's
normally
sake.
vampires would quite enjoy a bloodbath, but this is not the sort of bloodbath they had in mind. The reason I asked Beziel is that when I dropped by, and was Jimmy coaching Last Frogman?
He was, yeah.
And the reason I asked that is, did Last Frogman feature an orc thrower on his team? And if so, how did this happen? I've got to know. I'll not sleep tonight. Steak Mittens is, of course, Canadian. He can help out with any snow shifting advice.
Get a big truck to do it. That'd be my advice.
Ooh, don't know.
No?
Salt's quite good.
Oh, okay, well, depending on which stream you watch, you could probably get quite a lot of that for free.
PCL controversially says Frogman did have an orc throw because why wouldn't you?
Dark says you could use a flamethrower. That is, of course, the sister of a flamethrower, I suspect. Oh dear, no, you can't be dodging away from diving tackle, prehensile tail. No, that's a really bad idea.
Well, if you're gonna, you might as well have a little drinky first. Okay. That didn't work, look.
It didn't, no. Do I want to use diving tackle? Yeah, I do actually, yeah. And I would like to use tackle on the diving tackle to stop the dodge. So, between them, Muir and Killjoy. Look at that, look. It's only taken 25 games. Muir and Killjoy working as a pair.
Those two are lethal.
Like a concoction. What turn are we on? Turn 14. Right, so...
Right, Lothiandra adds, to elaborate, which is too much snow, for ice will be under the snow, so if you move all the snow, you won't get traction with pure ice. There you go, mate. Got it. Gwydion asks, how many casualties has Killjoy caused? Millions. I want to say 3, but it feels like millions. Killjoy asks, can he still score? You kind of need the win, so I'd go with no, but you never know. It's Andy. Whim can overtake him at any moment. Yep, so 3 casualties, 1 KO, including 1 fatality. So he's been on fire. I mean, you'd take that from a killer goat anytime.
Oh dear. Oh my god, we've killed another vamp.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, you have as well. Dear God. Oh no. I think we should apologise to JRCO for this. This is really unfair and harsh. Basically ruined this team. Sorry. Umbrella Hat asks, why blitz when he has jump up? That's a good question. Did you mean to?
Excuse me. Come on. I can't believe the chat hasn't said anything there.
Oh, right, the bear has the ball. Oh yes, here we go. True Blue, absolutely right. JRCO would be well within his rights for all that is good and holy in the world to have thrown in the towel at this stage. This has been horrible for him. And he's not massively doing anything wrong either. It's just horrific luck. And Killjoy the bear is, I don't know what's got into him. It's all those 50 pences. They're rattling around inside. Arch Excel, don't even think it. We've got 3 turns to induce a bear. 2 turns to induce a bear to walk. 1, 2, 3, 4 paces. Oh, we can do that surely.
I'm going to score on turn 15 if I can, because I'm not going to.
No, score as soon as possible because it must happen.
Double bonehead for the tie. Oh God.
Well, Locken says Kislev are pretty bashy when leveled up in general, right? You can get Mighty Blow piling on the blitzers, so that is an argument in their favour. I'd say that there's certainly. I mean, they'll never be as bashy as Orcs, for example. They've got no more bashy skills than Orcs. I suppose not really, but I mean, when you got a bear, when you got a bear like Killjoy, though. Come on, Muir, you're due one. Come on. Nothing. Oh.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
I've never seen a bear touchdown before.
He dances. The bear dances. He's covered in blood. Look at him. He's absolutely covered in blood.
Look at his little face. Wow, he's got moves.
Oh dear. There we go. Oh, he's still knocked out. Fucking useless. Right, Killjoy, you don't have to go on the line of scrimmage anymore.
Yep, congratulations. Here are your keys to the executive washroom, and they don't have to go on the line of scrimmage anymore.
But you do have to protect the valuable players.
All this pain has been totally worth it.
Oh dear. Just
Thanks
for
umbrella hat,
reference,
that's nice.
I am going to upload this one to YouTube, and I do hope that people enjoy this one. If you haven't checked out
all to YouTube. What are you talking about?
well, yeah, no, but this one's specially on YouTube.
Oh, what? This is a good watch. Yeah, this is a very good watch.
The real question is Kislev or Undead when you qualify. Oh, should we do a straw poll on Sunday? I'll do a straw poll on Sunday and see what the general consensus is.
It looks like they are both going to qualify, I would say. Whatever the result is, I'd say you've got to stick with it. I think commercially, the Kislevs are probably more interesting in terms of people wandering over to YouTube or watching the show, maybe. I think the Undead are probably a more capable team. Just say. Kislev for the entertainment, Undead for the likelihood to actually get anywhere. Dark Soul Yummy. This is Champions Ladder, Cyanide Champ Ladder, CCL. We are at the last half week of season 11, and at the moment, the Undead team we were watching earlier are in pole position narrowly, and the Kislev team are, I think, also in pole position. Yep, pretty much that, Dark Soul.
Oh dear, I'm glad everyone's enjoyed this evening. I've enjoyed playing the games.
Yeah, it's been good tonight. Well, here's the thing: when fiction puts the question, which team would do better in the playoffs, assuming that you had the choice? A lot of it depends on who you're playing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what if the Kislevs came across one of the highly competitive fighty teams? Would they struggle? I don't know. We haven't played many really dangerous, horrible teams, have we? But then in recent champ ladders, a lot of the really killy teams haven't got past the first round. That there've been sort of freak results that the Chaos and Nurgles have gone out early on. Lost Mysteries, Bretonians are now 3-3-2. Got a draw against Super Hard Chaos. Yeah, Umbrella Hat, true. Undead don't care for a claw fighty team. It depends how fighty. But yeah, you're right. Then what the Undead have got in the favour, they've got two very, very dangerous whites. The ghouls are all very well developed. Three of them with guard, all of them with blodge, sure hands covered, all that. The mummies are both good. It's just a really good team. This team, the Kislevs, just constantly surprise me that they keep winning games because they're getting better for sure. The skills are coming, but I still wouldn't look at them if I was playing them in a perpetual league and think, "Oh no, I'm really, really frightened." It's the Kislevs. Maybe folks underestimate them. Maybe I'm underestimating them. Have you got any opinion at the moment, Andrew? Do you have any preference as to, if you had the choice, which one would you want to take?
Not sure. Genuinely not sure.
Hi, Puppy. Yep, Puppy's right. Kislev did go to the semis last season, didn't they? Honestly, I think either would do okay. The Undead are a known quantity, and Kislevs have got a bit more surprise factor. But then many of the likely opponents that you're going to face probably won't fall into that underestimate them trap. Who knows? It depends what draw you get. Because the draws that you've had so far in Champs Ladder, the Chaos lot had a fairly rough run with all the fighty teams back to back. The Vampires were just that was a good game where you went 2-0 up, but suffered steady attrition throughout and basically ran out of players and lost 3-2.
How much guard does this Kislev team have, including the bear? 2 players.
Yeah, not a lot.
If I was going to seriously do this team, like seriously do the team, the problem is this player that's actually knocked out, my agility 4 player, is skilled wrong. That's a 6+ dodge. There we go. Game over. Yeah, he shouldn't be skilled like that. He should have wrestle.
Quick thanks to your opponent, by the way. I thought it was a pretty good sport during that.
He was all the way through. He was, absolutely. Favourite opponent of the evening? JRCO, thank you very much for the game.
Well, to be fair, the guy who played before that was also nice.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, King Winter's levelled. Okay, right. Should we have a look at the dice roll log for this? Because I'm curious. How many did Killjoy get? So Bonehead Killjoy boneheaded twice out of 14. That's pretty good. Block dice. Pretty solid block dice, actually. Knocks someone over every time. Wow. It's pretty good. And star player points. So Killjoy picks up 9 star player points in that game. Wow.
Of course he did.
Wow. It's not bad.
Sicknick King Winter got 7, as he doesn't need the points.
Yeah, he's the player that doesn't need any. So you see what the level ups are? I think there is a level up.
Oh damn! Just had a cough there. What's come out? I'm worried it's going to start its own ecosystem and then a system of voting.
Right, there we go. So
Is this how goblins came to be? That just saw and had a really bad cold one day.
Wow, 9-star player points, well played. Right, that's us for this evening. Did he concede? No,